What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on this 29th day of March. The sun is still out, and we are enjoying it, but we have to remember it's Mega Power March, and we can't dip our toes into the superhero swimming pool without at least taking a nod to Superhero 2044, which is, I believe, the first superhero role-playing game ever made. It came out in 1977 and was republished a year later. It's a superhero science fiction system set in the world of 2024. It had rules for character creation, combat movement, and scenario design, and rules for solo play. It had a starter adventure. It had a couple different types of supers, including like the physical combats, the extraordinary ones, the uniques who had extraordinary abilities. Hey, Steve's trying to eat the screen again. Was a point-based system. You had 140 point points. I think I remember this, and I thought it was a random system or something like that, but now I'm reading this and it's saying it was a point-based system. I know I played it at least once because I remember something about it called the Scratch-Built Hero. But whenever it came up in a conversation, everybody said, oh, no, that didn't exist. So maybe I'm confusing it with a different role-playing game. But I do remember meeting one of the designers a few years later of Superhero 2044. And when he was talking about how they came around to creating it, it was simply because somebody in their D&D game wanted to play the Flash. So, 1977, 1976, 1974, that's about, the time people were just starting to get Dungeons and Dragons, and I guess somebody wanted to bring the Flash into their game, and then that was pretty much how it started, and that became Superhero 2044. I don't remember when I met the guy. I was at a convention. I think it was at DundraCon in San Francisco sometime in the late 80s, early 90s, and yeah, we were talking about it. So then he's like, yeah, somebody wanted to play the Flash. I think I played it because I remember the Scratch-Built Hero thing, but people have told me that I'm remembering it wrong, and that was not part of the game, so I don't know. But I do know it was one of the first, and we can't talk about superheroes or Mega Power much without talking about this. Reviews said it was well worked out, had clear examples, and, played pretty decent. Apparently there has been some him-hawing to republish it. I believe there was even a Kickstarter. I don't know the current status or fate of Superhero 2044, but according to the wiki, the last time anybody talked about it was sometime in the 80s, so I'm sure it's, it's been updated since then because there's some art here showing modern art for it. So anyways, yeah, have you ever heard of this system? Have you ever played this system? Do you own a copy of this system? I mean, yeah, it's like one of the first, if not the first, so you gotta at least give a tip of the hat to it. Because it is Mega Power March, and we're talking about superheroes. Well, we've tried to. Mostly this month we've talked about Wizards of the Coast, but occasionally we talk about superheroes.